Hey everybody, how you doing today? There's been a lot of things on my mind I want to share, but I just had a pretty horrific or tragic or traumatic or whatever you may call it experience, something that happened to me yesterday. And I'll tell you the story real quick because I got something else to say on top of that. But I get a phone call at like 7:38 in the morning, and all of a sudden, my mom's being rushed to the hospital, the ER. So I'm like, all right, let me get ready, get dressed, and let work know I might be a little late or call out even, just to be there for my mom. And me and Sarah get there, and we walk in or whatnot. We had to wait 5 or 10 minutes for us to let us in the room. Once we got in the room, I noticed she was like all shriveled up on the side. She was having a hard time breathing. She kept asking for help, like in the sense of like she wanted to stay crunched up and she wanted her O2 turned down. So we get the nurse in, and then they like straighten her back up or whatever, and that's not what she wanted, but whatever. So they leave, then she turns right back into the little ball that she was, and she's breathing heavy, and some guy comes out of nowhere. It was definitely a main doctor, but he comes in and he goes to the side of the bed, and I see him side-eyeing me, and he goes, your liver's shutting down, your kidney's shutting down, and your heart is slowing down. It's not looking good. And I asked him, I said, well, what is this? Is it septic, whatever? He said it's septic shock. I said, okay, all right, thank you. And then he left, and I remember, telling Mom, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna call Chris, let them know. I call Chris, let him know. I call Erin, I let her know. And then I come back in, and all of a sudden they're surrounding her bed, a bunch of doctors. And they come up to me and they say, you should sit next to her. So once they told me to sit next to her, I really couldn't. They had a chair there, but I couldn't for some reason. And I remember just putting my hand over her head like this, and then just like holding her shoulder and holding her hand. And he said, she can hear you. And I'm like, I said, hey, Ma, I just want you to know I love you. We're all going to be okay. She starts looking up at me, barely looking up at me. She gasps for air. She looks at me, and I know she hears me based on the way she's looking at me. And I just kept telling her how much I love her and that we're gonna be okay. And I also told her, God's got you. God's here. He's gonna take you. You don't have to fight anymore. And then I remember her taking her last call. And I remember that was it. And I still stayed there for a minute holding her hand and pulling back her hair. I gave her a kiss. And then I got up. It was just so surreal. It didn't even feel real. It didn't feel like it just happened. This is one of my top 3 weaknesses in life. It's people, places, it's family, friends, and loved one. Those get me the most. And I consider this one family, of course. It's one of my biggest weaknesses in life. Because this hurts me more than if it happened to me. If someone did something to me, that's different. But to watch somebody who's busted their butt their whole life, who's saved lives, just wither away in agony, it's not right. So the hardest part for me now is I call their phone. I call their phone, hoping she'll answer.
but you guys never know what can happen. That was the least thing I expected on Monday morning was going to happen. Was going to go and watch my mother die. I don't have my father. I don't have my mother. I wondered, did I tell her I love her enough? Did I tell him I loved him enough? Did I hug him enough? Did I show them appreciation enough? If someone's in your life, and then in your life consistently, good or bad, you should show them that appreciation. You really should. You just never know what's going to happen these days. You know, don't plan too far ahead because, you know, God forbid something happens sooner. You know, tell people you love them. Hug a stranger if they're upset. You know, have a conversation with a stranger just to talk to somebody. We don't talk to each other anymore. People don't say hi. You know, it's killing me because I love people. I just genuinely love people. And to see what's going on and where we're at and what's happening, it's literally killing me. That's why you know, people, CJ, you got the gift of gab, you know, people come to you and no, I just say hi. That's all it is. I say hi. If you living at your grandma's house in the basement, thank her so much for being in that basement. And also, when it comes to God, the hardest part was realizing in that moment, I can't be upset with God. I have to be thankful for Him taking her. Yes, it hurt taking it from me. Yes, it hurt being there to watch. But knowing that she's in a better place, knowing that she's not me, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that reached out to me. You guys are truly blessings. I read all your messages. I got your phone calls. Thank you, and I'm sorry I'm not out and about, but I will be. I just need a little time to get together. But I just wanted you guys to know, hug your family, hug your loved ones, hug people, tell people you love them, do something. Because you don't want to regret it in the long run. And I regret it even though I said it to her right before she died. I still regret it and saying no. I didn't go to her house. I just don't want to see you guys like that, you know. But I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Sorry about all the crying. I'd just rather be real with you and keep it 100. Love you all. See you.